Welcome. So today I'll be presenting to you two trend packages which I believe will be suitable for your boutique hotel. So I came across these trends when I'd done my research and came across the current zeitgeist being the global pandemic. So my first trend is zoning or partitions. So the key points for this is mental health and physical health. So during the pandemic, obviously you need to be socially distanced, which is the main purpose of these partitions walls, but also making your guests feel at ease being away from strangers, but also it needs to be aesthetically pleasing. So I've chosen a bohemian style, so using a lot of neutral colours and also bringing in lots of textures through wood and recycled materials. Here is a summary page of some images and words in which I found inspirational, so making it a very intimate and cosy space is key. Making all of your guests feel relaxed, whether that's through the use of biophilia, which is my other trend as well, or using more of an architectural approach. So here's just a short statement discussing a bit more about the global pandemic. So making your guests socially distancing, reducing the spread of COVID, puts your guests' minds at ease as it's a protective barrier, but also it allows your creativity to flow as it will be bespoke for your boutique. Here are just some annotated images, some different approaches to the trend. The one on the left being bespoke built and a much more architectural approach using geometrical shapes. The one on the right being much more environmentally friendly using the approach of biophilia, and it makes a very relaxing atmosphere. A couple more annotated images. The one on the left is the use of the furniture being a partition, such as booth seating. The one on the right, which is a much more basic partition of just wooden panels. Here is a bubble diagram just showing that the accessibility of all areas for staff and customers will flow easily. Also creating different zones such as the bar, entertainment area, and also having the space for your cocktail glasses as well. And here's just a traffic flow to show that everything will move smoothly for you. So here I've just kind of designed a couple of partition layouts. So if I just go back to this other slide, this area here in the middle section is kind of one of the key places in which you could use these. One which is more of a curved design and one which is a lot more straight, whether you use booth seating or tables. Here are just some design elements that you could use for the partitions, different materials, layouts, textures, or you can make them a lot more multifunctional, whether it's use of shelving or the actual table being a partition themselves. Here are just some colours in which I find go best with the bohemian style. Bright colours, making it very minimal and a relaxing impact as well on your guests. Here are some design elements, some furniture pieces, high back furniture, so therefore they could be a partition in themselves. And also bring the bohemian style in through the different materials in the chandelier and different furnishings as well. Here's a concept board in which I found best related to this trend, making it very light and airy, very relaxing, very clean. The use of lighting as well in the bohemian style. And here are just some concept sketches of just some various different partition ideas in which you could use. And another concept sketch of the bar area, where you could use the partition at the bar and make most of your space and have seating around the bar area whilst keeping everyone socially distanced. And here's just a rough essay where I just discussed that providing safety for your guests is the key focal point for this, but also allowing visual touch to keep the atmosphere flowing, but also the aesthetic side of it is key to create a wow factor and a unique experience for your guests, and also making it easy to take photographs for your guests so they can post on social media. My second trend being biophilia. So here in my introduction I just discussed a bit more about it. Creating a wow factor and a unique experience for your guests, creating a relaxing and calm atmosphere is key, but also your mental side and well-being and also the physical side, like the partition trend, is the main focal point for this. Here's just a summary page of some different approaches in which you could take this trend. Different amounts of biophilia shown through various designs, all very calming but using various different colours and also creating a very luxurious style. Here's just a short statement talking a bit more about the current Zeitgeist, where everyone's been stuck indoors during the pandemic. Everyone's kind of connected with nature again, going on their daily walks, so therefore everyone finds that a lot more relaxing. So bringing that indoors will really help. And also plants help your respiratory system, which is key during a pandemic. Here are a couple of annotated images with various different approaches yet again. The one on the left being a lot more luxurious and modern, whereas the one on the right is a lot more rustic and industrial, using different colour palettes as well. A couple more annotated images, one which is artificial light and one which is a lot more natural light. And the one on the left has the biophilia being the main focus, and the one on the right is a lot more subtle. Here is a bubble diagram where the bar would be in the centre of the bar, being the main focal point, but also there will be an easy flow around all areas. As you can see in the traffic flow here, staff and customers would have great accessibility up to all areas. So the colours I have chosen for this is pinks, blues and greens. So the reasoning behind this is on the colour wall, the opposite colours are the ones in which correlate well with each other. But a bit more reasoning behind that is the psychological side. So there's a lot of similarities between these colours. They're all very calming, connect with nature and allow stability as well. Just some design elements of different materials, how all of these colours will correspond well with the biophilia, creating a wow effect hopefully. And just some more design elements of how the furniture will go well, all the different textures and different lighting that you could use will go well with the biophilia. And here is my concept board, just how I feel best represents this trend, different ways in which you could display the biophilia, and just different materials and patterns in which I feel go well with it. And here's just another concept board of different plants in which purify the air, so therefore help your respiratory system. And here's just a couple of drawings of different furniture pieces and also a way in which you could display the biophilia. So here I've just drawn a neon sign in the centre, which is a great way to display it on the walls. And here's a concept drawing of the bar being the focal point, and just how the whole design pulls together around it with all the different textures and the biophilia. And here's just a short essay going in a bit more in depth of how it will make your boutique very unique. It will put your customers at ease, being connected with nature and feeling relaxed, and it keeps your customers' best interests at heart, and also relates to the current Zeitgeist as well. And here's just a couple of drawings of bar designs in which we'll work with both trends. Thank you for listening. If you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer.
If biophilia is already a current trend, why do you think it will continue to be?
I think after being in a global pandemic, I think people connecting with nature, with the pandemic not going away anytime soon, I don't think the biophilia trend will either. Any other questions?
Yeah, how do you tend to make the partitioning walls aesthetically pleasing?
So using all the different materials and colours in which I just showed you, you can make it bespoke and unique for your boutique. Working with the furniture in which is around, but also just making it a piece of artwork in itself and making it not just placed randomly, but making it a focal point for the design.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.